OCO Halito, I want to say rest in power to my homie Nipsey Hussle, Ermias Asghedom. Y'all, I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up. Nipsey was my homie. Nipsey was so cool. I met Nipsey back when I was doing a transition from Christianity, Hebrew Israelite, back to my Aboriginal indigenous roots. Nipsey knew me as Soul Made for Jesus, SM4J. That's who he knew me as. I used to try to witness to him, speak about spirituality, pray, uh, talk about, the world, sex, all of that. Now, we conversated like back when he first like really kind of got in the limelight. It was like one of the installments of Bullets Ain't Got No Names, and he started doing his mixtapes heavy. Before he got his first record deal with Johnny Shipes and all of them. That's when me and him, we would correspond on social media. That's when he used to do, it was some social media app where people used to do lives all the time. It was before Periscope, on Skype, I guess Skype. We used to correspond like that. And I actually talked to him on the phone a couple of times. So, he came here, did a show in Lawrence, Kansas, like KU country. And I saw him there. Me and my friend, we went to the show. And I know his homies was like, Soul Made for Jesus, is she gonna be trying to pray and talk to us, blah blah blah? They probably was like that. I don't know. So I end up meeting him after the show, and we got a picture. I'll post that picture. But I actually talked to him several times on the phone. I actually met him in person. Had a brief conversation. He was happy to see me. He knew exactly who I was. He was like, "Hey, girl, give me a hug." He was genuine. He was a solid gentleman. He really was. So this is not something I'm speculating or, making up. No. He knows me as Soul Made for Jesus, the crazy prayer lady. But I was like in that transition from the Hebrew Israelite going back to my Aboriginal indigenous roots. So he knew me as that person. I was like in a peculiar place in my life, spiritually, mentally, and physically. And so he got a little bit of, all aspects of me, the spiritual, the mental, and the physical. Okay? Nipsey was fine as hell. And he had this aura, this energy that just like compelled women to do all kind of, crazy shit. And I was very attracted to Nipsey. Nipsey is fine. Nobody can fucking deny that. If you deny that, you fucking blind. You lying to yourself. But anyway, he has that charisma, but it wasn't no janky. Like he did play this character janky in a movie, but as he would, climb in his career, I will, send him a shout out. So, Made for Jesus is proud of you. I'm proud of you, Nip. So I just am, I don't know. Nip, I got much love for you. And I would miss your presence. There's Tawodi over there. You created. You were a true leader. You created jobs for your community. You created those programs. You teamed up with, you partnership with people that was gonna benefit our people, your community. I see Tawodi Hayru. I'm at the park. I don't know if y'all can see him, but he's up in the sky. Looked like he was gonna come over here. I don't know if y'all can see him, but I'm torn up about Nipsey. It seems surreal. It don't even seem fucking real. Like, I see everybody's posts. I saw the fucking thing where they show where the ambulance was doing CPR on him in the parking lot of his store, the Marathon Clothing store that he's partnership with his brother, Black Sam. They came up with the Crenshaw logo, and then they done did big moves like partnering with Puma and that Vector 90 with the programs for the youth and young entrepreneurs. Nipsey was the shit. He laid the blueprint for young hustlers, young gangsters to follow his blueprint. Okay? You can make mogul moves. You can buy up land and real estate and create jobs and businesses for your people, for your community. Build it back up. You know? He was gonna do he was working on the Dr. Sebi documentary. Now y'all know, okay, Nipsey is 33. He died the third month, March, on the 31st. That's 3-3 in there. He was 33. Now, if y'all, you spiritual heads like me, or you conspiracy heads, this is beyond conspiracy. He was like a Christ, a Heru energy. I'm not saying that he was God or anything like that, but his name, Ermias, means God will rise. So he rose from gang life, street life, to being a businessman, a rap artist, a lyricist. He was a good father. He always was, showing up with his daughter. He was with his son. You saw pictures and you saw him at his opening concerts and shit like that. He had his daughter, his princess, with him. He did that whole book cover shoot for the marathon where he had his baby girl on his lap. You young people that's in the street life and the gang life or whatever life you in, that fast life, pop in some Nipsey, because he was speaking on that real, he was spitting game that was truth, facts in the streets and in life. He gave advice. He shared his story. It was a marathon, and then he did victory lap, and that wasn't the end. He was going beyond, but because he was gonna do that, he was working on that Dr. Sebi thing, that documentary, and y'all know Dr. Sebi was on health, okay? Because for us as beings here on earth, the spiritual body, the mental body, and the physical body is important. And Nipsey understood that. He overstood that. So he was trying to, speak to the game, the business mind, and he was spiritual. He was like, he always would put God somewhere in his music. Sprinkle a little Jesus in his music. And he's Eritrean. Okay, that's by Ethiopia. It used to be one. Africa. Akbulan. He knew about the Black Madonna. He knew about all of that. So it's like he was the blueprint for this young generation. He's an urban legend. That's my homie, Nipsey. Nip Hussle, the fucking great. And I salute you, Nip. I salute you. You know, ex-soulmate for Jesus. Got love for you. I support you. Your music is encouraging. I listen to your music and I just vibe. You know, I can relate and I soak up the game. And I'm like, he is the truth. He's the voice of the young generation. We need more Nipseys or people to tap into their own ashe, their personal power, so that they can take it to levels like Nipsey or beyond Nipsey. He left the blueprint for y'all. What y'all gonna do with it? What y'all gonna do with it? I know they gonna be trying to make this out to be a gang war, you know, because Nipsey was part of the second generation. First was Snoop and Game and all of them, like, opened the dialogue for Bloods and Crips to start, you know, working together and doing shit like that. That whole Death Row and After Death Row era. And now Nipsey and YG team together to, like, take it past the little conversation and work together, you know. So Nipsey was a pioneer. He is a pioneer. He's an urban legend. He is real, raw, all that. And he was a gentleman. He had such a balance that he was G, but he was a gentleman. And I appreciated that about him. I did. Anybody that know me know I love me some Nipsey. So it still seems surreal. It's like my favorite song is Bigger Than Life. I mean, I had all his music. And I used to listen to it when every time he would break a new song, I was on there. He was like, Soulmate for Jesus, you my favorite. You know, because I show him love and support, because I saw in him greatness, a leader. And I'm drawn to leaders. Every prominent man that y'all have seen me talk about is a fucking leader. And making some major moves in life. I'm drawn to that energy. And they're drawn to me, apparently, because they engage in conversation and other things concerning me, with me, you know. So I send condolences, love and comfort and peace of mind. I send that energy to Nipsey and his family, his children, his mother, his granny. He even has his granny in his video. He's had his mama. He brought her out, and when he was giving out purses to like a contest winner, he brought his mama out first and gave his mama a Louis Vuitton purse first. He had his granny in his latest video. They on the private jet toasting, the private plane toasting champagne. You know, he was about family, community. He was about his hood, his neighborhood. He was about love. He was about making business moves, mogul moves. He was about cryptocurrency. He had his hand in that because he had that eye, that vision. He saw what this world is elevating to. He was on health, spirituality, business, all of that. Check his resume, check his file. Nipsey is solid. And I salute him. I salute Nipsey. And Nipsey, it's surreal. I cannot believe it. I saw the video of them giving you CPR. And that's like when it really hit me, like, this is fucked up. And I'm thinking, okay, he got shot. And just this weekend, I had been thinking about him, how he was going hard and, making these monumental moves. And then I had like a splitting headache all weekend. And then I found out he was shot in the head 1 time and 5 times in the body. That's fucked up. I love you, Nipsey. XO made for Jesus. Got love for you and your family. Salute. Ashe.